Hi, everybody. How you doing? I am here in Northern California. It's Monday. Today would normally be Mel Day, but as you know, he's recovering. So, 90 degrees outside. We're supposed to have 2 days of hot weather, so it should be 90 degrees 2 days in a row, which I plan on getting out in the sunshine a little bit, and making the dogs sit out there too, just a teensy bit, just to get them some vitamin D. And I thought I would come on. I didn't ask for questions because there's some questions I have, and I want to take a look, see. I want to tell you guys, last night I watched a movie my sister highly recommended. Boy, she was right. Called 6888. It was up for an Academy Award nomination, might have been for Best Song. And it was the story about the Black military that they sent out to Europe to take care of the mail, and they really thought they wouldn't be able to do it. The disrespect and the prejudice and everything was so bad, just made you want to jump up from the chair. Now, it was based on this. I don't know if all the stories were true, but it was a good movie. I got to tell you, if you get a chance, it's on Netflix. It's 6888. Music is excellent. And then, I love the movie like Nope and stuff I like weird, scary things. So if you got a weak heart, don't watch this one. It's called The Deliverance. It's based roughly on a true story of a house that is haunted. Apparently a murder happened in the house. And it was hecka spooky. It was demons and everything. I just thoroughly enjoyed it, but a lot of people I know wouldn't be able to handle it. It's called The Deliverance. Now, I want you guys to know I was going to come on yesterday, but I was too lazy. But I want you to know, and apparently that's what they're figuring out now, that Heathrow shutdown was not a terrorist action. It was, in fact, they are now saying they didn't really have to shut down the whole airport. But anyway, it wasn't a terrorist action. It was inconvenient, but it wasn't a terrorist action. And apparently, the U.S. national security leaders included everybody in a group chat saying exactly what they're going to do. Their military top secret stuff went out to everybody about how they're going to handle Yemen. What a bunch of dummies. Let's take a look at that. Did you guys see that video of all those camps and all those tents on the Gaza Strip? It was nothing but tents. And they bombed the tents. How do you bomb tents? So all those, it was terrible. I just couldn't hardly believe it. I'm telling you, Netanyahu's going to go down. Because there's a lot of people in Israel that don't believe in this. They don't want them to do this. But because he's king for a day, he's saying, yeah, I can. Listen, they're talking a lot, even about Merrick Garland perhaps being a little bit in the Russia pocket, which is interesting. I don't know about that. But somebody said, what did I tell you guys? He's in the pockets of Russia. So, and now they're saying Chuck Schumer is part of that group. Kind of in the pockets of Israel or Netanyahu's group. So, okay, here's what we want to do. We want to look at this text about military plans in Yemen and what that's going to do. They're going to take it back to the blackboard and change it up, okay? No heads are going to roll. They're all going to blame each other. Okay, tell me about the release of the war plans. It's a good thing we didn't have those kind of people working when we were fighting Germany. So here's the military plans. Here's Trump. What their plans are, what the game plans are. They're coming, they're trying to figure out this way and that way and this way. They're going to change it because it's not going to work out. They have, in fact, if there's any other hits or some way of coming up with a game plan, it might not be till May. Ooh, Yemen. Tell me what Yemen is going to do with us. Yemen wants to take Israel off the face of the earth. Tell me what Yemen is. Yemen going to do something? I don't know why May or 5 days, 5 weeks. We're bad with time frames. Somebody just said Yemen don't play. Oh, I tell you, every time I see this kind of stuff, I see Putin snickering like he's behind all these conflicts and acting like he's on one person's side, but you see what I'm saying? He plays everybody's side. Yemen is gathering up what they can, including money given by different people under the table. Ooh, some sort of tower or blow up is going to happen. The outcome is victory and raking in your just reward. So the September card shows up for them. Look at this, coming to an agreement. The angel of light is working with them. The bird of paradise on your shoulder. So there might be some good news with whatever Yemen is doing. Maybe Trump will be out or Putin will be out. And then they're able to come up with this thing because I'm feeling, did you see even the beautiful areas of Russia are on fire? And I don't blame, I know, God bless him. I know Zelensky is like acting like, yes, sir, I want to come to peace. Just the same thing Russia's doing, but they're playing their game and better. So they're acting like, oh, yes, sir. We really want peace. We really want peace. And apparently they're meeting with Saudi Arabia. Of course, Ukraine isn't going to be involved at all. And they're saying, oh, yes, we really want peace. We want to have peace, but in the meantime, we get to keep everything. We get to do this. We get to do that. Yeah, whatever. But I see Zelensky playing their game. In the meantime, boom, boom, boom. There's going to be more. It's going to shock Russia. And I'm telling you, the Russians are already coming out. They're not showing us here, but people within Russia are talking about they're already totally against Putin, just like the people in Israel are against Netanyahu. They want this to stop. They want their loved ones back and they want it to stop. Thank you. Tell me what I can tell everyone. More bloodshed will occur. Some sort of battleship might be American. I can see being hit. Yemen, it's interesting. Okay, thank you very much. Yemen isn't as interested in hitting American warships, even though they threaten it. But it could possibly be that Russia and or Israel deliberately hit an American ship trying to act like it was Yemen or whatever they're called, who's something. Something like that. They're trying to set up something like that. Like, oh, wasn't me. You should have never trusted those people. I just saw that. Just put that on your plate. Let's see if it happens. Okay. Oh, I just saw a plane have a hard landing. I see the sparks coming out from underneath the plane. Did you hear they had to stop flights? I think in Texas because they didn't have enough FAA workers. Yeah, and listen, everybody's canceling their trips here. Canada just cut them off. Canada's selling their places in Florida. This guy in Maine who has a bunch of hotels, he says my vacancy rate dropped 50% because nobody from Canada is coming down. I do not blame them. And also Sweden, I just read Sweden and another place. Was it Sweden and Switzerland? Have canceled. They're not going to give the United States any eggs. Choke on that. I might go out today and see what the egg situation is. So, yeah, this is a lot of stuff going on. But, okay, hold on. They're going back to the table. I just see Trump and the ketamine kid all upset because they're being stopped at every stop. They're being stopped, and I'm feeling a big announcement with Social Security. They're not going to let them get in there and get our personal information. They may be able to initially. Now, remember this, you guys. This isn't going to be forever. So they may initially say, well, you got to come down in person to change your direct deposit or to apply. But this isn't going to last long. Like he wants his face on that mountain, Trump does, and he wants his face on a $250 bill. Yeah, they can start working on that, but he'll be gone before any of that can take place. Even if he allows people to drill in our sacred places, it's not going to last. They may start, but it's not going to last. They won't have enough time because he'll be gone. Oh, I just saw Pam Bondi being escorted out. Okay, thank you. So do you know how Pam Bondi told our Crockett, you better watch your mouth about Elon. You better look at about Elon. Well, I'm going to tell you something. She doesn't have to. Because if they arrested her or anything, huge, in fact, I'd almost say, do it, do it. It would cause huge turmoil, and there's not a judge that would go for it because she has a right to criticize Elon. He's a nobody. He's an Essenberger. Now, I got some news for you guys. I want to kind of wait before I told you this part. So that Jessica Amber, the one, that beautiful young DOJ, who has been after Russia and all these people, she was found dead. It was deliberate. I did not pick an accident or anything. I felt deliberate. And there was another person that died too, that I feel like don't drink the tea, is what I'm feeling. And I feel that ever since Trump got in office and he relinquished a lot of the restraints on the Russians, oh, carte blanche, they're going in there. Let's see, where's the list? Let's see who we can knock off. So that I feel that that's a problem. I feel it'll be brought out. They hit and left. So they hit. What they did is they hit and hid. But we'll eventually find out. Just like that, those people in the UK were poisoned, and they were able to determine the poison that happened. Oh, the poison that happened was from Russia. I just got a hit though. So they're doing an autopsy, but their hands are sort of limited because the DOJ and the Trump people are kind of reneging on their ability to give out the information. Okay, so that's temporary. So they may not be able, but somebody's got it in their desk locked, ready to open it when possible. So initially they might act like, no, we haven't found anything. They found something. They found something. So Kristi Noem has announced that they are planning on getting rid of the FEMA. Now, places like California, et cetera, that have some money as it is, we're going to take care of our kids because of the Department of Education, which they will never get rid of 100%. But the ones who are going to get really hurt are Alabama, Kentucky, all those places. But somebody's got to pay for those hair extensions for her. So she's got to look for any way possible to save money. But it's not going to make people happy. I'll tell you, I don't know why they keep hitting the people that cared for them. He's doing nothing to help the people that care for him. He's getting rid of jobs. He's getting rid of hospitals. He's just awful, you guys. And this too shall pass. So give me the overlay right now. I'll use both cards, both set of cards. I got my Morgan Greer. And then I'll do just a couple of the prediction decks. Give me help me tell people how we can rest. I see everything coming to a stalemate. So what I'm seeing is a lot of these, like right now, they're talking to these judges about the deportation. And one of the judges said, Nazis got better treatment than this. What the hell are you guys doing? And they took them over there with no ability to tell you if they were really criminals or not. It's pretty ugly, you guys. I told you before, I read on that, and they will come to you better switch this around. This will be switched around. They won't even do it again because they can't, but I see them being able to bring some of them back because some of you guys worried, will we ever see them again? Yes, we will. That young gay man, that his family, he'll be back. I see all kinds of cameras on. Okay. Angel of light and mercy. We do worry, and I'm sorry, and we know not to worry because we know you got this, okay? But can you tell us basically how much more of this drama do we have to put up with the Trump administration? And that Kennedy Center, oh, I got to tell you another hit I got. And that Kennedy Center is going to just plummet. It's just going to, he's made a big nothing. I tell you, he thinks he's special and he's not. People are not interested in him. But I got to tell you, I saw John F. Kennedy Jr. in spirit form. He looks a lot like Jack Schlossing, Caroline's son. Is it Schlossberg or anyway? And remember, I told you I had a feeling he might try to run for president. JFK Jr. came to me very nonchalant, very handsome as usual. And he said, no, my nephew will not be running for president. So I got word from Spirit on the other side. I don't know why that hit me that he may run. It was out of the blue. But I just got to tell you, that's what he said to me. No, my nephew will not run. I even think he might do it in honor of his mother because, Caroline went through the loss of her father and her uncle. It just might be, she lives in a fear. You remember how Jacqueline never wanted John to have a plane, to fly a plane, begged him to wait till she was deceased before he ever did anything like that. And he promised, and as soon as she crossed, he was out flying, and sure enough, she had a bad feeling. And that Kennedy family has had nothing but bad news when it comes to planes. You had Joe, who died in a plane crash. You had, and basically that family was very competitive because Joe was mad that his brother had won a top award for saving the lives from his U-boat that got hit. He took one with his teeth. He had a broken back and he saved lives. Anyway, so Joe took this thing that he wasn't expected to do and went out there and got killed. So Joe died, and then the sister, who the mother always treated very harshly because she was very Catholic and she didn't want her marrying anybody that wasn't Catholic. It's such a waste of life to be that way. Anyway, she died in a plane crash with her husband. And then Junior died with his wife and his sister-in-law. Give me. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you that JFK Jr. told me no, so we'll see. Yeah, I was minding my own beeswax. I usually don't pick him up at all. Usually I pick up his father, but not him. Okay, so what's coming up, you guys? So we'll be watching the news and things are going to, by this card, I would say things are going to level out a little bit. We'll still have some fear. We're looking at the world, but not quite satisfied. This is the world, so there's a lot of worldly events going on too. A lot of mystery underneath the pages of what's going on in this world, and a lot of magic and our abilities to psychically and just practice it. I did the other night, you guys. I almost did the Indian dance out there. I just visualize the people I don't like. I can't go in with hate, but I asked them to be gone. Satan, stand behind me, sort of thing. Wasn't born religious. My parents were atheists. But I psychically said, Satan, stand behind. I asked that these people be shown for who they are. I asked as hard as I could. But you can't be too desperate. You have to sort of ask and then understand thy will be done. And you just keep doing that and you watch. They're going to find that they're stuck in motion. They can't move forward. Ooh. There's some Indians here, you guys. We're getting over the difficult waters. I don't want you to worry. We're going to be coming off the battlefield. There are going to be some hits. Economic hits too. Oh, did you guys see that I don't know why look at the Dow Jones is up 500 points. Tesla's up 27 points. Today's a good day for them, but wait till the things come in. Is that April 1st? And then boom, it's gonna go down. Okay. So we've been lied to, okay? So we're coming off the battlefield, lied and cheated to. And then look at this. Sometimes this can be Russia, but this was in the hopes, dreams, of wishes, which means fulfillment. That's a very good card to have. And the Ace of Cups. So maybe even after the spring was yesterday the first day of spring? The springtime, there's overflowing of the cups. So a lot of good news coming in. Thank God. Oh, who was complaining? Was it Trump complaining that there's too many Democratic judges? Oh, well, we voted for that president, sucker. We voted for that president. So guess what? He got to do it. And that's the one thing Schumer did that was right. He pushed it and pushed it and pushed it. So what do you guys think? Do you think Schumer kind of works under the table for Israel? Well, wait, before I do that, let me finish what I was doing here with my predictions deck. This won't be a long video, you guys. And I'm getting a lot of prayers, so I'm going to need to do another prayer. I'll probably do that tomorrow. And I got to come up with my April members stuff. Hope you guys are having a good day. Don't worry too much because I don't see them yanking out Social Security. And there's students that are noticing that they're not going to get their loans or they're not able to get in certain places. I hate to tell you, it's almost like COVID to just stand down, but this too shall pass, okay? It's interesting. He doesn't do anything to lift America. All he does is complain, lie. This is the worst economic. No, it's not. Biden left us with a big mess. No, he did not. What do you want to let us know? Upcoming. Okay. Upcoming submarine underwater. So there might be some water play going on here, or Russia doing another one of their deals. But there's something, maybe one of our ships gets hit by a submarine. The farming industry is really going to struggle coming up here. And look at this, good outcome. This deck doesn't have that many good cards, but a good outcome is coming up. So I think, and I've told you this from the beginning. First of all, I couldn't believe he won, and I told the guys why. And they said, Linda, man has free will, but his people need to see how bad he really is. And because he's doing this, it's turning maybe not the rich ones, but your regular Joe Blow, your hard workers, who thought that he was really going to help them. He's not helping them. Okay, so I did that. So right now things are steady, but there could be something to do with maybe even a missed hit. I see some sort of, not in this country, someplace else, some sort of submarine thing going. Okay. Chuck Schumer. Will he step down? He's begging for his position. Netanyahu's like that too. Oh, well, you guys don't understand. I'm the right one for the job. Well, I think people are pretty much done with you. Let's get some fresh blood in there. You can always be on the side and give your advice. Nancy Pelosi stepped down. It's the old school. It's a lot of them are too connected together. The only one isn't connected is Bernie. Bernie will tell them all to drop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's people that really want him to go, and it's crossed by the Nine of Cups. I think he's getting a lot of threats too. The Nine of Cups is wishes come true. The Tower, so he might not win if they bring it up again. He might not win as speaker. I don't know when they do it again. Yeah, he's picking up his goods and he's heading out. And he might not be that well. He's got some health problems too. So he's picking up, yeah, he kind of knows what he's doing, but he blew it when he said, even though he tried to do what he thought was right, the young folks are going to take over. It's time for everybody just to sit back, because smart whippersnappers like AOC and Crockett. Oh, let's look at Crockett really quick. Because Pam Bondi said, you better just watch your mouth about Elon or else. And I thought, yeah. Oh, she's not acting like she's afraid. Not at all. And you know what? Let them arrest her. And they're going to F around and find out. You know what I'm saying? Tell us about Crockett. What's going to happen? She probably wants them to take, because then they put it before the Supreme Court. It's her rights. There's no way they can say, oh, yeah, lock her up. Nope. And every time I turn around, it's either a pastor, a police officer, a lot of police officers, a lot of pastors, youth pastors that are being on charges for grooming children or taking advantage of children. And it's usually all white men. Ain't a trans in the whole thing. Okay, so let's check it out. angel light just encompass this beautiful world and protect our children and protect our government. Okay, let's look at Jamie. Jamie, how do you look, girlfriend? She's busy working hard. She's getting a lot of threats herself. They get them on both sides, which is interesting. Magic is in her cards, okay? She has the ability to walk right through the fire. A lot of money is going towards her. Judgment is in her favor. Some offerings out of the this could be they actually try to hit her up with something legal, but she's gonna be able to beat them out. A lot of people on her side. People will stand up for her. She's gonna love it. She's gonna love it. So this too shall pass, you guys. This too shall pass. I've been saying that till I'm blue in the face. This too shall pass. So maybe I can check in again, maybe tomorrow. I'll ask for questions. As far as I know, Mel is fine right now. And I'll catch you guys in another day. Today would have been the day I was coming back from Arizona. So, but hey, listen, yesterday I almost slept all day. I can't believe it. I guess I needed the rest. Love you all. Cheers.